Okay, I hope this is live. I actually just talked for the last 10 minutes, and someone in our Discord, Batar, actually pointed out to me that it was waiting on me. Batar, if you can hear this, can you let me know? Because it's hard. This is my first live stream. Actually, I've always wanted to do one. I haven't had an opportunity to. There hasn't really been a good reason to. But today, whether you're watching it right now live or if you're watching it later, my plan here is to show you guys exactly what you have to do in Serendale 2.0. As Batar mentioned earlier, we have to Gen 0 reroll in Crystal Vale. I'm going to bridge my Gen 0s over to Clayton after that and rent them out, because that is the real opportunity within the first few minutes, first few hours. Then I'm going to bridge over my Jewel and my AVAX to Clayton to build my gardens out, but I'm not rushed to do so because the emissions don't start for a day. So that's really the order of what we're going to do today, and we're going to see this live. Now, this whole thing is supposed to happen at 5 p.m. So until 5 p.m., we'll watch the actual official live stream. And I'm not trying to compete with them, but last time we did a live stream launch for Crystal Vale, it was just a bunch of jokes by Billin, which is fine and everything, but a lot of people were struggling to like get things to work. And I hope that, this is what we're doing here. Hey, welcome, Godluck. Welcome to the live stream. So I'm going to turn this on for now, but
all the people that
once we have something relevant, I'm going to move it over to what we can actually do over in Serendale 2.0.
I see pop out, but because that's a beautiful way to end the stream. You know what? We should just extend this to say that as soon as it happens, we can just cut the stream. Like we'll do full on. There we go. What was that show that ended horribly? The mob show, The Sopranos. Yeah, we'll do Sopranos. DT, you could do that, right? Just cut it. Make everyone think that their internet connection got lost. Right? So it's funny. I have DT up in the corner. She's muted. So I can't hear her.
So if you're in the chat, can you post how much Jewel and how much Clayton token do you have ready for the gardens today? And what's your strategy? Are you going to hold J token? Have you had a chance to watch my video on my strategy? Do you agree with it? Yeah, it is a lot of blah, blah. This is exactly what it was last time. And this is exactly why I wanted to create a live stream that will add value to those who want to, basically get everything ready and out of the way for Serendale 2.0.
Well, here's the question. Did you watch it live?
No, I did not.
Okay. So the issue is not looking back on the fact that that's how it ended. It's the fact that people were calling their cable providers trying to figure out what happened because there was no clear indication that was the end.
Except the credits rolled like 5 seconds later.
I'm pretty sure that's what the heroes experience when dark summoning happens, though.
They get that moment where they pause when they first hit the lava before they sink to realize what's happening.
Isn't there something too about you suffocate first when you fall into lava?
I feel like that's probably not accurate because that's what drowning is your instinct to breathe kicks in and you inhale all the water and that's what kills you. So I guess you could do
no. I'm not saying that. Use the wrong word.
I wish I had some champagne here to do a toast, but then this video would not be monetized either. I don't really make that much on YouTube, so it makes no difference, but it does affect the audience and who gets seen this video, who gets shown this video.
When you're actually filling the capillaries with them.
Well, right, but that happens before you suffocate. Because your instinct to breathe kicks in and you inhale all the water.
I'm Googling it.
Exactly. Okay, Google it. That's how that works.
Yeah, we're about to find out what happens when you fall into lava.
You're about to find out what happens when you fall into lava like IRS.
Or
you don't have lava money.
2,000 clay is not too bad. How much Jewel do you have?
Shift to something less dark, maybe. I don't know.
Hey, I'm not the one that designed a part of our game that involving sacrificing these heroes
All right,
into
let's
a
see this.
lava pit.
I didn't design it, but I asked for it.
Yeah, you did. Hey, I just wanted to say out loud to
I'm
everyone.
gonna pause this. Honestly, it's very distracting, but I'll keep it top of mind to keep checking up to see what's going on. But as you guys can see here, I have one Gen 0 that has 6 hours and 44-minute cooldown and one hero with an hour and 8 minutes. And the reason that's important is we go to the docs.defi kingdoms and we go to summoning. This is a very important infographic. So if I can zoom this up, guess not. You see here, a Gen 0 max cooldown is 3 days basically. And here's the formula. Once we do a Gen 0 reroll, one, I should be able to summon, I think, right away because it'll be 0 summon. So it'll be 4 times 0 plus 4 times 0. So that's 0. So the moment you do your Gen 0 reroll, no matter where your hero is, and you'll be able to summon with it. And the fee schedule, you see it starts back at 6. So 6, 8, 10, 12, all the way up to 30. So until your 12th summon, you get a discount. I'm going to make a ton of Jade over the next week, 2 weeks doing this. And then probably even the last week, I'm still going to make a bunch of Jade. But like I said before, I will be selling every single Jade token because I don't think it's going to hold value. Now, I'll take this second to just say, hey, if you haven't had a chance to follow me on Twitter, make sure you do so. Here's my handle. Just covered it. The Brown Gent YT. I do post a lot about DeFi Kingdoms on here. I post a lot about any sort of update. But what you might find really handy is, well, JSM Russo, if you got a Gen 0 from Serendale 2.0, then you would already be at 0 summons. So you're in the same boat where it's almost like you had a reroll. I don't know if the new Gen 0s can be rerolled. It wouldn't surprise me if you're able to, but I would save that if you can until you've burned through all these summons so you can get back to a slow cooldown. Does that make sense? But anyways, what I was saying while I wait for that response is I post on here like synopsis of my videos. So I talked about exactly what my plan is for Serendale 2.0 today. Everything that I put in my video is like exactly here. So you could have saved time by not watching my video and going on Twitter, and also help a brother out. You know what I'm saying? Get me to like 500 followers. I made this account last year, but I've only started really posting over the last month or so. So help me out. When you say after 5, what do you mean? Like, are you referring to 5 summons or 5 p.m.? Because let's say you have a Gen 0. If we go back to this, I would wait. Let's see here. So to get to 72 hours, you would need, what is 72 divided by 4? 18 summons? Yeah. So 18 summons gets you to max cooldown. So wait until then to reroll. That way you maximize how many summons you can get from your Gen 0. It doesn't matter if you're paying the full 30 per time. You want to make sure that you're maximizing on both. So instead of waiting 3 days, the first time you wait 3 days, reset it back to 0 and then do this all over again. That's how I would play it. That way you're squeezing every single drop for this. Anyways, while we're here, I'll show you guys my mythic collection. I haven't really shown anyone. I mean, you can look this up if you really wanted to. My goal here is to have one mythic, like full summon hero of every class at the lowest generation possible. So for basics and advanced, that's generation 1. For elites, that's generation 2. And for what the hell is it called? It's not mystic. It's exalted. For exalted, generation 3. And I'm renting my Gen 0. So it's actually a very neat way to earn Jade, to rent out your Gen 0s here. And people will be running to do that because they really, really want to have a shot at winning a Gen 0 raffle. Doesn't matter how many tickets I have, 50, 100, 500, I will never win. The EV is just not there for me. I would rather just cash in on the EV by just taking those rental summons and cashing out the Jade. So the Jade is going to be overvalued at first. I'm going to sell all of that off for Jewel and for stablecoin. If Jade is like, I'd say if it was the value of Jewel, then I would not sell it off. But if it was higher, then I will. Thank you, Michael. Took me a while to get all these. I'm missing, what am I missing? I'm missing a shapeshifter, a berserker, and a monk from all the heroes available. And then, starting today, I'm going to miss the legionnaire. I think it's the scholar and whatever that other hero class is that comes out as actually the other two hero classes, right? So we have a new advanced hero number 6, and we have elite hero number 3 coming out. So summoning cooldown works. So the way it works is no matter what, if you summon or you rent, a rent is considered a summon. So the moment you rent it out, same thing. Samurai and Shogun. Yeah, let's go. Let's. I hope so. That'd be so cool. I don't know if they've used the term Shogun, but Samurai sounds reasonable for sure. All right. What time is it? It's almost 5 o'clock. So let's just go back here and see if the lads have come up with any updates.
Well, you hung out with us enough Sunday.
Let's refresh this. Let's see.
Absolutely. And we're finding the same thing with other partners. We reached out to Clayton and just said, hey, who do we need to really connect with as we start this?
Hey, Crypto Boogie, thanks for the $4.99. Should we turn our clay into Jewel if we want to bridge over into Serendale and participate in the liquidity pools? So we're going to actually find out what we're able to bridge once the bridge is up. I'm hesitant to swap every time because you do pay like a sort of fee. I think the fee is like 1% or, like there is a sort of slippage fee and a transaction fee that we don't really see because it's, it's calculated in the cost. But like if I was to go over to DeFi Kingdoms and show you, if I open up the marketplace, the way you notice there's a difference is, let's say I'm going Jewel to Crystal and I'll say 1 Jewel for 1 Crystal, right? You see they'll give me 1.90259. Now let's say I flip this. Let's go over here. You see the amount they're going to give me is 1.90259. But to get it back, I'd have to give 1.91406. So to compare, it's like a fraction. I had to pay like 0.08 of a crystal. But why would you do that? That's like, that's about 1% or maybe a little less, like 0.8%. So let's try not to swap. Once the bridges are up, we're definitely going to check out how much, if we're able to bridge clay directly, or if you have to swap it into Jewel to bridge. I don't think you'll have to. I think you'll be able to do it directly. Right? But the beauty about this right now is because emissions don't start till tomorrow, you're in no rush at all, right? So what we want to do is make sure we're doing things with the least steps possible, because every step you add will add a cost. Unfortunately, you're not able to bridge LPs. Oh crap. How do I? Oh, sorry. There we go. Yeah. So we're at this moment, the LP tokens cannot be bridged. I mean, if it shows up in the bridge tokens option, we'll check it out. Let's see if anything's up here yet. Just gonna hard refresh. Clayton's up. Okay, so I don't know what they're saying here, but let's check if we can Gen 0 reroll, because that's the most important. Archdruid. Oh, wow. So you guys notice it's a big change to the layout. So they did just put the update. So if I scroll in here, you can see here, what did I just do? Go up here, it shows me number of crystal, number of lock crystal, gold, jewel, inventory, hero, pets. So that should mean that because of the new UI, God, oh, sorry. I just have to refresh this thing again. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm just gonna load it again. We will go back here and let's do the Gen 0 reroll. Let's try that. So summoner. No. Here. So the reroll Gen 0 option is finally up. I'm going to show you exactly what that means. So I'm going to select my Gen 0. And the Gen 0 I want to reroll is my wizard here. And the first thing I would say is before you reroll your Gen 0, I'm going to just show you a really neat tool. It's called Heroes at Adventures in DFK. So I'll type in my hero ID, and because it's from Serendale, the original Serendale, there's no numbers needed in front of it. I hit view, and this is that Gen 0 hero. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to go in here, and what I care to look at, the most important thing is this. If this class was wizard and wizard, I would not want to re-roll this, because when heroes are summoning, there's a 20% chance that these swap. So recessive 3 to recessive 2, recessive 2 to recessive 1, recessive 1 to dominant. I really want to make sure that if I can get this person as pure as possible, so wizard, wizard, obviously a little better is wizard, 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 or wizard for all of them. Because they're nowhere close, I'm happy to re-roll this. Michael, you're saying that re-roll is not open. I hope that's not true. So I'm clicking on this. Are you guys seeing the screen when you try this? Game visual. So let's just go over this sort of reward for doing it. For re-rolling the game genes, you get 4,000 XP. You get +1 to the 2 most relevant stats. Immediately, you get a greater attunement crystal, which is phenomenal, and you can kind of get these reset things. And you can see here, the dominant class gene will not be rerolled. So yeah, the wizard stays, everything else can change. I would always go for the game visual genes because I'm looking for max value. So when you try to click reroll not open, it doesn't let you do it. All right, well, we can try this game and visual genes. Sorry. Just gonna bring this up here. And I'm using, sorry, what about D Thief, R1 Archer? God Block, that's close. In my opinion, because you'll be kind of going, dominant Thief with a dominant Archer anyways. You don't want them to be Archer, right? Which is what's going to happen the majority of the time those R1s flip. I would definitely re-roll that. And I think you should go for max value here. If you don't have that match in your dominant and your R1 for your class, your first, like your primary class, I think it's worth re-rolling it. So I'm gonna do that right here. Re-roll not open. What? Oh. Huh. Well, that's unfortunate. So this is what you were saying, eh, Mike? Okay. Okay. Okay, so we got this, but I hope that makes sense. Make sure you use Adventures in DFK. It's a phenomenal service. I use this whenever I summon with heroes because it also tells me what are the odds I'll create like a hero with an active or passive stat that's an advanced, elite, transcendent. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get some troubleshooting and hear what's going on over here.
Was that before our calls started or after?
Around, you can explore. You can start kind of preparing for what you want to do.
Okay, so while that's going on, I think what I'm going to do is, since we're going to wait on the Gen 0 reroll, I'm going to show you how to bridge. So go to the new menu. This actually looks way nicer, eh? I'm not going to lie, this looks very nice. I'm going to bridge tokens. So I'm going to bridge my jewel. I'm going to leave some over here. So let's put 6,044 over there. Wow, 2.4. Actually, forget it. I'm just gonna put 7,000. All right, put 7,000 over there. Let's bridge it. 7,000 joule. Now I'm using a lattice. So lattice is a really cool device. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. It's so hard to show here, but basically I can see all transactions. It's way better than a ledger, and it makes sure that I have the best security on the market. It's a really worthwhile investment. I'm going to approve my transaction, and the bridge should not be a problem. I have almost 3,000 Clayton over there. I'll have to bridge my AVAX over as well, but I have to make sure that I can do that first. So we're just gonna wait. The jewel just left my account, so I hope it's kind of on the way. Swap and redeem successful. Okay, let's go here and let's pick AVAX. Can you? Yes, you can. Perfect. So the next step, I hold my AVAX on the Avalanche chain. So I'm actually going to go to Avalanche C chain, switch network, and I'm going to bridge. Can I do this? My Avalanche C chain AVAX directly to Clayton. You could do this also with any AVAX that you are holding on to on DFK chain. But like I said, I don't want to take multiple steps. I could show you AVAX to DFK chain to Clayton, but then I'm paying 2 times the bridging fees. So I'm going to cut up the middle person and just send 25 AVAX over there. .196. Okay. We'll send that over, and then we will explore Serendale 2.0 together. For those in the chat, if you can let me know when the Gen 0 reroll is working, then I will skip right back to that. Until then, I'm going to keep moving forward, okay? Swap and redeem successful. Okay. So let's just refresh this. Okay, so the AVAX is there. Now, you know what? Maybe I'll go back the other way to show you how to get to Clayton. So if you didn't set it up, I've set Clayton up ahead of time, but I'm just going to go back and do it manually. So now that we're here, let's go to the docs. And the docs should have that option. The dock master, travel to Serendale, travel into Serendale. When you click on that, it asks you if you want to add a network. So Clayton mainnet, you see here. According to our record, the network name, whatever, sure. Approve, and I'll switch network. So now we get to visit Serendale 2.0. And it looks very different too. Is this a bear? No, it's Dockmaster Maria. She looks very different. Oh yeah, now I can see it. It's like, I thought that was a teddy bear for a second. Let's go to our gardens. This is so nice to see. This is when I first started the game. This is what I remember looking at all the time. And you see here, I got my Clayton token. I have my jewel already. I'm going to check in the marketplace to see if I have my AVAX. Yeah, I do. My AVAX showed up. So let's go to the gardens and check out the seed box, right? So the seed box is very important because the seed box and the druid. So I'll probably have to go to the druid, but I just want to see what's available. So Jade rewards haven't started yet. They'll be activated at December 8th at 5 p.m. Yep, about 24 hours from now. So we can deposit our tokens here. I hope you guys remember, I am not going to put my money in any sort of Jade pools. Like Jade emission, I'm happy with, but I'm not going to have Jade token I'm holding on to. And I also want to have project tokens that trend together. Jewel and ETH somewhat, and so is Jewel and Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin controls Ethereum and all other coins, so if Bitcoin goes up, Ethereum goes up, and so do the alts for the most part, with some exceptions. But I expect Jewel and AVAX to trend very well together because, it is a significant contributor to that ecosystem. And now on Clayton, the same with Jewel. So these are the two pools that I want to go into, okay? So when I go to deposit, I'm going to have to actually create this liquidity, right? So I'm going to add this liquidity. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit max on this. I'm going to deposit. What the hell? Sorry. Well, let's see if this works. Deposit LP tokens. No, I got to go back to create the seed. You know what? Let's just go to oh, here it is. So what happened was it was lagging. So I have to approve the Jewel and AVAX contracts before I'm able to supply and then deposit the token. So I'll do that. I'm going to approve. Hit approve. And approve AVAX. Clay, approve. Okay. Can anyone tell me, is the main DFK stream being helpful, or like what are they doing? Does anyone know? I hope they are. I hope they took the feedback from last time. Okay, so what I will do now is, the way Gardens works is you need to have an equal amount, not in quantity, but in value. So if I was swapping this much Jewel, this is how much AVAX I would get, $24.95. So I'm now going to supply this, confirm supply, confirm. I'm going to approve this transaction over here. It costs 3 Joule to bridge each hero. Yikes. That's hefty. And you know what? That actually might be because everyone is doing it all at once. So you could also wait to bridge until it's less crowded. That could be a reason, Bob. Oh, 0.3. Okay. That's way better than I thought. Okay, so now I'm going to deposit my LP tokens. Max here, approve. I forgot how many contracts you have to approve ahead of time. I remember the first time I started playing this game, I got confused because everything I did, I'd have to approve. But then when you play every day, doesn't matter. Flat line, not gas. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. That's good to know. Thanks, Bob. The gas token on this side is clay token. Yeah, and if you don't have any clay token and you want me to send you like 1 or 2 clay token to like so you can do the necessary transactions, just like let me know. Put your address in the chat, and I'll send you like 1 or 2 clay token. That way you can get started without having anything on here. You know. And also, if you want, you can also bridge clay token directly from. I believe you should be able to bridge it from DFK chain to Serendale 2.0. All right, so we deposit liquidity. I'm going to go back and do the same thing for Clayton with what I have first. So let's go to Marketplace, Central, not here. Maybe it's the Druid. Where's the hell is the Druid? All right, I'm just going to the Gardens. Oh, here he is. The Druid's over here. So create pool, clay, jewel, max. I'll leave some, so I'll put 2,000. Give 1,000 S jewel. That's awesome. Okay, I just have to wait for it to approve clay, I believe. Until that happens, it won't let me supply. Oh, it will. Never mind. Yeah. So I'm going to get another 2,000 clay because I want my garden here to be twice the size of the other one. So didn't add. Okay. I'm going to refresh this. What's going on? It looks like the value of clay token keeps swinging drastically. I'm just going to check something. What 2,000 clay? 3.87. All the way around. Wow, look at that thing. 1204 versus 1104. Like the damn, that's crazy. All right, so I'm gonna just cut this over here, swap. In the swap, it may not be called ETH. It might be called something else, like something ETH. So let me just check Crypto Boogie as soon as I'm done this. Okay, so the swap. If I type in ETH, oh, it's OETH. So OETH is the Ethereum. Yeah, and Bob, 100%. That's why like I don't want to touch Jade or anything like that. Like the clay token price was actually somewhat stable. Clay CoinGecko. What happened over here? Yeah. Yeah. But definitely the low liquidity is the reason that it's so hard to like you'll notice a big difference between when you swap from one direction to the other. Right. Marketplace. Thanks for the 199 Crypto Boogie. I don't know why it's not showing here. Show. Thank you. Gardens. Does anyone? Yeah, so God block. That's actually what I was going to ask next. I only had like 10 locked jewel, but it was on a different account. Did anyone get their locked jewel converted to any sort of locked item on here yet? Did they do the split name? Yes, no? I'm going to lock up in the jeweler. Jade. Your vested jade balance. So, God block, can you look at the jeweler? I have 0.2079 vested jade. Tokens are 100% locked when they are claimed. Your unvested jade balance. What happens if I click claim? Airdrop will start December 7th, 6 p.m. So yeah, there's a initial investing. So I can't claim for another 40 minutes, it seems. But yeah. But this is where you go. Okay. Lock tokens. Ooh. Pausable. Okay. Cool. Okay. Has anyone got the Gen 0 reroll to work yet? JSM Russo, what do you mean by summoning an event only until midnight? You know, Michael, I'm very, I would love to know how you were able to get your clay and jewel as a token. I'm having big issues right now trying to do this. Keeps failing on me. Yeah. There must be another way. I will go through the seed box and see what happens. The summoning raffle is only today? No. They're giving it 1 day. Really? I gotta check that. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Mine keeps failing. Like, what's going on? At least the gas token is cheap. 0.01 clay. My jeweler only shows S jewel. Okay. Let's try something. So if you click on Jade on the mill, can you not see this if you hit the second button? Go here. I'm gonna deposit 2,000. I'll make it 3 years or whatever. Max. Sure. That's so weird. Can anyone else see what I'm seeing? Can you hit let's see, Shift Control? Can you hit those buttons? It'll do a hard refresh on your website. Okay, S-Joule it is. S-Joule balance. Yeah, okay. Got that going. Don't need this anymore. Sure. You will receive, yeah. I'm on Clayton Network and beta DFK. That's what I'm on too. That's so weird. Jade, lock tokens. You can stake your Joule tokens here. I'm not really sure what's going on and why it's different. Yeah, okay. So that makes way more sense. Aaron, the summoning raffle starts today and goes through Jan 7th. It would make no sense to do it for a day. Like, we don't even have Jade token at this point. And like those who do have to wait till 6 to claim it or trading it through the trader. So you get like basically 1 full month to do it, which is good. That's very, very good. Thank you for that, Aaron. Gardens. Any news on the Gen Zeros? Able to be summoned by those who have won a Gen Zero in our raffles. For the first few hours after launch, only Gen Zero heroes will be able to be summoned. Wow. Yeah. Okay. That's awesome, Kennedy. And like honestly, I'm excited to see. For those of you who actually won a Gen Zero in the raffle, I hope you guys get very lucky. I hope you guys open mythics. That'd be sick. So sick. It'll be kind of weird because a lot of people last time actually try to dump their Gen Zeros, and some sold them very cheap, and some were commanding like 4x what they're supposed to be. Like I remember like a Mythic Seer was like valued over 100,000 crystal at the time. I'm like, crystal was like $30. It's like $3 million. Can you imagine for like a Mythic Seer? But yeah. All right, let's try this 2,500 Joule. Okay. Maybe now it's going to ask me if I want to approve tokens. I'll just leave this open. Okay. I hope you guys are seeing. I keep trying to let this happen, and it's being a pain. Oh, it worked. It actually worked. I honestly thought it wasn't going to. Okay, max. Approve. Confirm. One of the secrets back in the day, and I don't know if it's still that you can, I don't know if you can still use it, is people would put like a trace amount into every garden so the withdrawal time it would tick down. So like over time, like I think the withdrawal fee is like 4% for the first little bit. It goes down and goes down. If you put like 0.01 or something of these tokens, then later on, if you want to, you can go and deposit bigger amounts and then come back and pull all that money back and still pay the low fee because the timer started when you first deposited. I don't know if they changed it, but that's what it was before. So if you guys want to do that, that's a recommendation. Let's see. So chat. Welcome, Jay. First time at first time at DeFi Kingdoms. Any tips for you? Really, that really depends on what you're trying to do. There's so many different ways to play this game. I play this game from a very, let's say, financially responsible point of view. So I'm not here degenning out. I'm looking for every ounce of value. So I guess my question to you is, what are you trying to do in this game? Are you trying to make money? Are you trying to have a good time? I mean, you could obviously do both, but like, do you have a priority in this? Okay, so got the gardens ready to go. So for those of you watching, and when this video is posted, you can rewind and kind of see what I've been doing. You have until 24 hours from now, I guess, to make to put your money in your gardens. That way you don't miss out on the high APRs. With Jewel, when Serendale was first launched, the APRs were humongous, like 5-digit percentages. And then that's how all these whales grew these massive accounts. They got in weeks ahead of everyone else. Crystal Veil was pretty much, I'd say, 1/10 of that. But if you got in early, you made a lot. And I'm hoping Serendale 2.0 will be very similar to that. But obviously, at this point, it's not a secret, right? So the positive is that less people believe in the game. Positive in the sense of, like, if you want to take advantage of the opportunity. But at the same time, obviously, I want to see as many people join this game as possible, because it also makes, one, the game more enjoyable. The bigger the ecosystem is, the game gets more funding, so they can continue to grow faster. And also, it makes the stuff I own much more expensive. Those mythic heroes I showed you guys, I can't wait for those to be worth a lot of money. Okay, so let's go over the seed box. You see here, I have my pools for Jewel AVAX and Jewel Clay. If I hit manage, it'll show me my deposits. These are the LP tokens I have, 169 of that. And let's just see. It's not loading yet, but my LP seeds are here. They'll be planted, cultivated, and harvested for Jade token. I'm pretty much done here on Serendale. Let's just go back to DFK chain and try something out. So these 3 action items were done. Next is the Gen 0 reroll Crystal Veil and bridging the Gen 0 over. And obviously, like I heard, we can't rent for a bit because no one can actually, wait a second. If you're only able to summon, oh, I see. You can only summon the Gen 0 hero crystals. So what that means is you can't use those Gen 0s to summon, but you can open those. So that makes a lot of sense. Let's go to the bridge. And the reason I'm going to the bridge is one of the first questions I got asked is Mythic Gen 1/1s, 10 out of 10s got swept again. Rubito, I love that. Outside of Gen 0 heroes, I think these heroes will be the value items of the game, because if you're playing, the mythic heroes just get massive power boosts. Massive. Let's see here. God Block. When was the snapshot for Lock Jewel / Sea Jewel? I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I feel like I saw an announcement on Twitter from DeFi Kingdom saying that do not buy any Lock Jewel after this point, because their snapshot was happening on a certain date and time. And honestly, God Block, I would go into the official support to ask them exactly what's going on. Oh, yeah, November 14th. I thought it was the 14th. Yeah, cool. 28 minutes until Gen 0 reroll. Let's do it. I can't wait. I really can't wait. I'm hoping for my wizard to become a wizard. Pump up. Yeah. If my Gen 0s become pure, even one of them, I'd be so happy. Aaron, bridge 2 heroes over, but I haven't seen them on the other side. Which ones did you bridge over? Were they your Gen 0s? Were they your miners? What was the approach there? I'm actually going to bridge over some of my miners as well. That's a good call, because that's something I can do right now. Before I do that, I just want to show you what tokens you can actually bridge over, because there was a question if we can bridge LP tokens. We can bridge over our USDC stablecoin, Joule, XJoule, AVAX, Clayton, Bitcoin, I think it's Phantom, Matic, and Ethereum. So that's all the tokens you can do. And yes, Rubito, Gen Zero reroll does reset the summon cooldown. What happens is the equation is this. What you'll see is the equation is the cooldown is equal to 4 times the summoner generation. In this case, it's always 0, right? So 4 times 0 plus 4 hours for every summon it's already had. The Gen 0 reroll resets summons to 0. So if your cooldown is automatically 0, you summon once, you wait 4 hours. You summon after the second time, it's 8 hours, then 12, then 16. I hope this makes sense. All the way to a cap of 3 days. 2 Gen 1. Aaron, best of luck, man. I hope you hit it. I hope you hit one. That would be an awesome story. You know, there are a couple people who I know who did like 1 or 2 summons, or they had like 1,000 or 2,000, you know, C-Joule or whatever, and they hit a Gen 0. And I can't even begin to imagine how awesome and pumped they feel, because like that's like a, you know, that's such a phenomenal way to get invested in this game and to really get a big reward. It's a huge prize. It's a huge prize. And it's something you would never forget, right? Because when you play this game, Gen Zeros are the lifeblood. I'm telling you, they're like money printers. I have a spreadsheet. On this spreadsheet, what I do is I actually track every summon. So you see here, like this is Serendale 1.0 when I bought my first Gen Zero on June 12th. Yeah, and Rubito, so let me just say that right now. So because when you summon and you reroll, the summons are reset to 0, which means the cooldown is 0. So yes, you should be able to summon immediately after. Yeah, and honestly, that website DFK Quester, it's such a funny story. Born to Die 007 is somebody who was part of our Discord for a long time, and he was sending me messages to like review this application, and I was a little skeptical, right? Because I don't like doing anything risky. And when he showed me everything around the website and what the service actually offers, it is something that I literally have opened every single day, because I can track the price of Joule, and I do that consistently here fast, but also I can do all my tavern searches right here and get all the info I want. So before, when I wanted like Gen 0 pricing, I would just go in here and I would see it so fast. And one of the really cool things is if you click on this tab, you can actually add what's it called, passive and active stats. So what I would do is I'd go here, turn these on, save it, and look for a specific class of hero, full summons in either basic, advanced, exalted, elite. And what I would do is I would shop for the cheap deals, because I can actually like sort this to find out, you know, who has advanced, or like, you know, in this case it's transcendent. It's $42, but most likely it's going to be a rerolled hero on Serendale 2.0. And one of the things you should do if you're looking for a transcendent hero, and Crypto Grady talked about this, you have to make sure that its descendants are pure. If they're not pure, it's not a true transcendent, because it'll be rerolled. And just because it's $42 and it hasn't been picked up, I'm willing to bet everything I have in my account that this is one of those heroes that is not a true transcendent. Okay, but it's a very good tool. I love this tool. And honestly, Born to Die 007 deserves all the congratulations in the world for building such a comprehensive tool. You know what? I tried. How many times did I try for a dread? Oh no, you know what? I haven't tried for any. I have not had a single dread attempt yet. I'm still waiting to do that. I did a video concept where I tried 8 different advanced hero pair summons to see if it could be profitable. So that video is going to come out soon. I'm going to talk about my process, how I selected the heroes, and how much money I made, you know, through buying and selling every single one of the progeny. So that video will come out soon, but there's so much going on right now that I couldn't release it. And no problem, Rabito. Happy to help. Happy to help. So hope this answered this question on the bridging, because those are the only items we can bridge from DFK. So no liquidity tokens. So we're 20 minutes away from the Gen 0 reroll. While we're waiting, I'm going to bridge over some of my miners. So let's go to flip all attributes mining. Who am I okay with sending over? All right. Well, they're the only two that are available. So off you go. .3. You weren't kidding. Yeah. Well, somebody's got to. So hold on. I'm just going to click on the comment. Somebody's got to lead the way. Might as well be your first hero, right? I'm going to send 2 miners for now. And as my heroes finish mining their crystal, I'm going to send more of them over, because I'm not really I'm not too fussed about the crystal right now. I really want to make sure that any jade I get, I can just grab and sell right away. Because as you guys know, when you look at the mission schedule, you know what? Maybe I'll pull that up. I'm going to go over here. Kingdoms. After 4 p.m. Here. So the mission schedule should be over here, right? So this is like how they're splitting the locked jewel. The snapshot did happen on November 14th. But when we look down here, and this is the token emission allocations, right? So the gardens I joined are these two. I joined Jewel Clay and it was about two times the size of my Jewel AVAX, and it's because of the emission schedule. Now, when you look over here, the issuance schedule, the epochs, so the first week, you're going to see that we're getting 5% unlocked, 95% locked. So that's a lot of tokens that'll be locked. In Crystal Vale, I got like a couple hundred, or yeah, it was probably like a couple hundred tokens that were locked. And that was when Crystal was worth like $25 to $30 a piece. And I didn't really have any miners back then, not like high level miners that could get a high proportion. What I'll be doing is I want this amount and all the way down to here to just be steadily unlocking, so that I can sell that right away for Jewel or for USDC on Clayton. Okay, so that's the plan. I believe at a certain point it becomes kind of moot, right? You get to a point where the price of jade will have dropped far enough that it's relative close to the price of crystal. Because if jade was way more expensive than crystal, why would anyone be using Serendale 2.0? It makes no sense, right? Because all the game activities require the token. If I'm going to summon and there's no summoning raffle, I would summon on Crystal Vale where it's so cheap. It's 15 cents right now, right? So I think that a probable price for Clayton, not Clayton, but a probable price for Jade token is probably between 50 to 60 cents. 50 to 60 cents, maybe max $1. I don't see it going too wild. Maybe I'm wrong. That's my guess, though. Okay, so I'm going to close this. We'll go back over here. I think I've already bridged this hero. Let's bridge another hero. What? Oh, okay. Let's bridge this one. And they're not coming back. That was 0.3. So they better earn their keep or they're going to be stuck over there. Okay. Are they done their, oh yes. Some crystal mining quests are completed. That means I can free some more of my miners up. to get sent on this journey. So we'll hit approve. And while I'm doing that, maybe I'll just show Lattice Grid Plus. This device has been an absolute game changer. Like this. I set this up about 2 weeks ago, and you can see this over here. Whenever I submit a transaction, I submit it. It goes the same. It does the same thing that maybe you can see this. Hopefully you can. You can see my ledger, right? It does the same thing my ledger does, but it's cleaner. I can read all the transactions, and they even have like converters to actually tell you what is actually going on. So instead of just seeing a bunch of characters and going, yeah, okay, whatever, because you hope the website works, this makes sure that there's no malicious activity, that no one is intercepting and submitting a transaction that I'm approving because I just assume it's the one that I submitted for, right? These devices were actually sold out for the longest time because we were in a bull market. I checked for weeks and for months. I'm not sponsored or anything, but if there's something that you're actually interested in, I don't get an affiliate code or any sort of referral bonus or anything. Check this out. It's really cool. And when you're traveling and like if you have multiple lattices, it's so easy to travel with the way they set it up. But you also have backup cards to save your wallet. So it's like a credit card. You put in your wallet and you can take that out and slot it into this machine as well. So it works on its own, but the credit card piece works as well as its own wallet. So I think it's really fantastic. It's an amazing solution. And the support staff that they have is so good. They actually sat there helping me when I was setting this up because of DeFi Kingdoms. And, I had screwed up big time. It was actually my fault, something I did. It was actually very simple. I just didn't hit connect. If I connected, it would have worked. But they were sitting there helping me out, and they were like, wow, they actually really love DeFi Kingdoms. The person who was helping me with the support was saying that they wanted to check it out too. But this is a really, really good device if you're looking for something that's very secure that you want to store your crypto on. And I hope that with everything going on in the crypto space, with all of those brokerages, right, whether it's Celsius or FTX, make sure you're storing your crypto on your own wallet. Don't you always hear, I think it's not your keys, not your coins. Make sure that you don't get put in that situation because there's a lot of sketchy people out there who really want to separate you from your money. Don't let them do it. Anyways, after that diatribe, I didn't really get much. 1.3 crystal, 0.6 crystal, but guess what? They're going to get sent over. So let's bridge these people. And that was level 10 thief. $11 minutes for the Gen 0 reroll. How's everyone else's night going? Is Serendale 2.0 working the way you want it to? Not gonna lie, I've never done a live stream before, so it does feel somewhat awkward sitting here talking to myself for an extended period of time. I'm looking at the counter, it's been over an hour. Wow. I need to go to the gym after this too. So hopefully we can get the Gen 0 reroll out of the way. And depending on whether or not I'm able to rent these heroes out, likely not, I'll be able to show you that though, hopefully. Yeah. Thanks, Godblock. This is definitely a new experience for me. Next time I do a live, I'm probably gonna bring someone on like Crypto Grady or something, so that we can actually have like a conversation, or maybe I'll just put in the link to the live stream for people to join if they want to come chat for a little bit. We can have like a bit of a rotation, right? Be cool. All right. So I sent some heroes over. Let's see if they're there or if it's gonna take a while. Yeah, sorry. I need to get in the habit of clicking on the comments first, so when I respond, people are like, "What are you talking about?" So Bryce says, I bridged my shapeshifters 15 minutes ago. Still waiting for them to arrive on the turtle. Yeah. It probably is going to take a couple hours because I imagine a lot of people are sending their heroes over. There's probably a lot of congestion. And I mean, we really can't do much with them until the quests get activated again, right? So thanks, Rich. Appreciate the kind words. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. So let's close this. Don't need this anymore. I'm going to go back to Clayton. Check my heroes out. Got no one. Did they? While we're doing that, let's see if there's anything here. So that's right. So profession and training quests will be available today. It's just when do they kind of open it up, right? I wonder if it is open. Maybe I'll check that out. Quest list. Oh, they called it something different. Alchemist assistance, jade mining, gold mining. Oh, maybe it is open. Maybe it is open. Well, I need those heroes to hurry up then to get over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm also very excited for level 10 profession quests. I think that has been something that we need because it's taking forever for our heroes to level up. Like level 1 to like 5 or 6 is easy, but every level beyond that feels like an eternity. It feels like 2 months from level 10 to level 11, maybe even more. The Gen 0 airdrop is in 9 minutes, right? I know the Gen 0 reroll is in like 8 minutes, but I don't know when the airdrop is. But I hope it is. It would make a lot of sense. I think that's what people said above, right? Gen 0 reroll starting at 6 p.m. Oh yeah, big sweaty ones. He said this about like 30 minutes ago. They get dropped in 30 minutes. So I think he was assuming. I think he was referring to 6 p.m. Eastern. Yeah. All right. So I'm not really a fan of checking out all the NPCs here, but let's go back and get ready for the Gen 0 reroll. Cool. You tried to buy one jade? How much was a jade, by the way? I should have checked that, actually. That's a good point. Marketplace. It's possible that there's very little. So, Kennedy, it's possible there's very little liquidity right now, and that's why it's not letting you do the transaction. There is an option in the trader where you can click this and hit expert mode, but then you get high slippage trades, but it does allow you to make the trade. It is very, very it's very harsh. So I would be careful doing that, but I'm going to turn this on and see. Yeah, sure. I hit confirm. Hit clay, and I'm going to hit jade and see what it says. So 1 jade is 0.886. Let's try that. Can't estimate gas. What the hell? That's a lot of text. What? Is that the error that you get when you try to buy jade? You get some bunch of red text. Bryce, that sounds like you too, eh? You're having the same issue? Even doing training quest leveling is a grind, 100%. But I can't even imagine doing profession quests with this. Like, at least training quests over time, you get gold, sure, you get whatever. But I think at least they level up faster and there's a predictable model. Whereas, with profession quests, it feels like molasses. I think either way you split it, we need something like if you guys are familiar with Pokemon, which I'm sure many of you are, it's like trying to level up like a level 15 Pikachu or Charmander or something at the beginning of the game where yes, you got your first few levels fast, but we need higher level challenges. Otherwise, these heroes aren't getting the XP they need, right? So that's how they were able to help us. And then all the way to level 70 was fast, and then getting to level 98 and level 99 in the game was like literally took forever because it was only like Elite Four and like just continuously just playing against them. We need bigger challenges for our heroes, and I hope that PvP, PvE, and professional level 10 really adds that bonus because I want to get my heroes to level 20 and beyond, of course. Same error, right? Yeah, makes sense. All right, so Aaron, with the good news here, first hero made it over the bridge. A couple gardeners and a couple miners are headed over now. Sick. Let's check if I have any luck here. Reset. No. Damn. 4 minutes, by the way, for some Gen Zeros. Rare candies, I would love that. That would be a really good item. It's a very like overpowered item, of course, but I think one of the items, and this is something for the team to discuss, and they have to balance it. But can you imagine an item, a very expensive item, that allows you to change the quest, like the profession of your hero? Because a lot of heroes, like I'd say, they're criminally undervalued because their quest doesn't match their class, and that is actually what's causing their value to be like half the value of another hero that is aligned. But if you can get an item that can actually reset that, or you can select something, or even re-roll it, that would be very, very valuable. And these are the kind of items that would be awesome to win in like a tournament, like one of those big tournaments. And I would also make that so you couldn't sell those, so you couldn't trade them. Like you want items that people play for that can only affect them, right? And yeah, I don't know. These are just some high level thoughts, obviously, right? The team can do whatever they want, but I'm always looking for ways to kind of help players, kind of help their non-perfect heroes, but at the same time, like not unbalance the game completely, right? Oh, is it really one of the pet bonuses? That would be awesome. How many pets does everyone have? And like I have a video coming out on pet strategy. I hatched a bunch of eggs last week, kind of recorded the results, and then I have some conclusions that I do want to share with everyone. But I thought that the video I released this morning was way more important to get out. And I'm working full time, and I'm flying to Calgary Friday at 3 a.m. for a Magic card tournament. Actually, one of the things is, I played a few weeks ago, and I won. I don't know if you can see this. I won this card. Like this was one of the cards that I won. It was pretty cool, right? It was a legacy tournament for Magic the Gathering, and there's a lot of players who are involved in DeFi Kingdoms that have actually come from that community. In fact, that's how I heard about DeFi Kingdoms in the first place. One of these Magic pros on Twitter had actually talked about it. I bought it, and I am going to make a video over Christmas, because December 26th, the day I heard about DeFi Kingdoms, I remember making a video saying, hey, I'm only going to buy this just to buy Jewel and spec on it, and I have no intention of playing the game. And a year later, look at this. I didn't expect to be so into this game, but I am. And it hits on so many of the things that I loved about Magic the Gathering. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, the card is sick. Thank you, Rubito. And yeah, I love Magic. So we have a regional championship that's going on in Calgary. So like you can see here, like I'm going to be playing, Magic the Gathering, like, there's cards like this. See Thoughtseize and everything, like black, red, not control, but black, red, mid-range. And for those of you who know much about Magic, and if you keep up to date, this is one of the most expensive cards. It's hard to get right now. It's called Sholdred. It's like $100 a piece, and it's sold out everywhere, or everywhere in Canada anyways, when I'm trying to buy it. So I finally tracked some down, but I should be good to go for this weekend. 30 pets, baby. Nice. Richard, what's the breakdown? And while you answer that, hopefully, I'm going to go check out the Gen Zero reroll, because it's 6 p.m. So let's get going back to Crystal Vale. Yes, that's right. That's right, Michael. Gen 0 reroll time. Let's do it. It's gonna be exciting. So hopefully this works. Arch Druid, reroll Gen 0. So for those who remember, we selected 522. Their stats, we'll see it when we go here. Wizard, Archer, Warrior, Berserker. If this was Wizard, I would not be re-rolling it. I don't care how much you pay me, because that Gen 0 will be worth so much more. So my goal here is to get a Wizard, and maybe let's get the subclass to be a Wizard too, right? The more these are aligned to the original class, the better. They can only be basic classes though. As it relates to the visual genes, I really don't care. Like, none of this stuff matters to me. Like I'm not really an art person, although I do appreciate when it looks nice, but all of these things is whatever. Like, I would like the hairstyle to be all four the same if possible. Like Buffon. All right, let's try this. So I've chosen game and appearance genes, and to remind you, the reason I'm doing this is it gives you the best bonus. 12,000 XP, which means this hero will get to go to level 12. I'll get a greater enhancement stone and 2 greater attunement crystals. And I get to reset to 0 summons, which is the most important. So let's reroll this hero. Yes, I'm sure. Pray for me. Pray for me. Approve. Come on. God, ooh, complete reroll execution reverted. I really hope that doesn't happen to me. Mine says pending. Stat Gen 0 reroll. So I'm gonna hit complete reroll. Let's do it. God block. How'd you do? Let's hear about it. Thank you. Diamond function does not exist. Oh, you just said that. Oh my God, what's going on? Well, that was very anticlimactic. Keeping 15 rares with 2 stars and above, 3 mythics, 3 legends. That's amazing. I got a ton of pets. I actually did a lot of hatching, but I want to get at least 1 mythic, like full 3x3. So like mythic pet, but mythic bonus for all 3 in foraging, fishing, mining, gardening. So I got the fishing one already. I think it was like 1100 crystal. Anytime there's a deal on that, I'm sweeping those up, because I think those will be significantly worth more than the others. Yeah, execution reverted. Yeah, I'm having the same issue. Well, I'm gonna try hard refresh, and maybe that'll help. And this is the thing, right? Like, I know it can be frustrating sometimes, because we're sitting here and we're excited for Serendale 2.0, but we're also like at kind of the burgeoning of this new game. So like years from now, when people are playing the game and all of this is going on, they'll get to enjoy a more seamless experience. We're like more like the beta testers, right? And part of that is being like some of the earliest users. So it's obviously an opportunity and a curse, right? But what? Pending reroll. Okay. Active rerolls? No, never mind. Still doesn't work. Okay. I'm just gonna quickly go over here and see what they're saying.
Which will then move the summoning start back 10 minutes, 6:25 Eastern, 21.
Exactly.
Stay tuned.
That's exactly right. We're the guinea pigs. But I wouldn't have it any other way. Right? Can you imagine joining DeFi Kingdoms in like 5 years from now? Like, it would be so hard to be competitive without putting a lot of money in.
one second to that. Tell us more about art things.
Or help us decide what to order for dinner. That's not big. That is a topic in my mind.
Why not both?
Okay, both.
Well, the thing with art is, and Cinnamon Bun can attest to that because he's primarily been working on things that are in the future, and generally we can't spend too much time looking back because we have to keep producing new features, new art that's coming out. So I hardly even remember all the stuff that we did for Serendale 2 art-wise. But I'm very excited about what Cinnamon Bun is currently working on and what we're going to be working on in the coming weeks. And he can talk about that if he's awake.
I was going to say, we're proud of you on that too.
What?
Tell us your secrets. You just got the go ahead to tell us everything. All the details.
Yeah. So I am a time traveler. I am working on things that you are going to see in the future. So I know what it will happen in months.
I wonder what's going on over here.
Probably not. Actually, I can say Green Pets is really fun. That's something I'm working on.
Oh, great.
I have to ask.
Let's see.
I have to ask for a little.
First, as dual income.
Is there a bunny?
I'm gonna pause this because once again, like I listened in on that stream, and a lot of it is just about you were able to claim your jade, Michael. Awesome. I'm gonna go check that out. Might as well do that while I'm waiting over here. Like, this is are my heroes over yet? Nope. Look at that. People are renting out a level 10 Gen 0 Archer for 250 Jade token. You see? It's going to be crazy because that's what people want. They want to get part of the summoning raffle, and there isn't much available. Now, I don't know if that means it actually happened. IP limit exceeded. What? So Kennedy, they're not really much of a difference. W Clay is the wrapped version. So it just means that you can send that to another blockchain, and that's how you contain it. So Clayton token is it's like the natural token of the blockchain, right? It's the one that runs it. But if you were to send Clayton token somewhere else, you get it as W Clay, right? So it's just wrapped. That's the terminology in crypto. Sweet, Mike. That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's go figure this out. Jeweler, got my thing. I'll get my what? Okay. Color is not authorized. Claim vested tokens. Let's try this. I get 0.5 Jade. What a payout. I guess 0.8. All right. So I got some Jade token. Let's go. Why is it still saying claiming? Oh, I got 0.51 by my unvested Jade balance. So yeah, I got 0.51 over here. Okay. Perfect. Hey, what's up, Franklin? How's it going? That's a regular subscriber that I recognize over here. IP limit exceeded. Why does this keep popping up? So weird. So weird. Okay. So I'm not going to claim my S-Dual balance yet. And the reason is whenever I do that, like over here, so I was in Fiji when C-Jewel launched. I was away on my honeymoon. And what had happened was I wanted to actually track what the rate of return was on Cjoule. So every day I would tally out how much I got, and I would look at how much I had staked at the time and what that was rate wise, right? So basically, over time you can see it dropped significantly, right? Over like I think it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Within 6 days, it dropped big time, then recovered a tiny bit, 15th, and then just completely dumped to like less than half. And that doesn't mean that more people were in Cjoule, but it meant that people weren't having as many transactions, which also could have made a lot of sense, right? You see, it went from 0.08, and now it's been trending to like 0.04%, right? So I like tracking these things. I know it's kind of nerdy, it's kind of whatever, but it kind of gives me a pulse on like what's going on the chains, whether there's more Cjoule, in this case, Sjoule being locked in, or if it's just people not being as active, right? I expect there's going to be so much activity on this chain, which is why I put 2,000 Joule into Sjoule as well. Oh, and yeah, hey Nifty, how's it going? Yeah, also that name on Twitter, good guy. Make sure you give him a follow. Let's go back here. My heroes aren't ready. So we've gotten the first Jade token, or first little bit. I'm going to the trader now. Jade here. Let's see what it's worth in stable. So right now, Jade token is about 20 cents, or 20.2 cents. I'm not going to trade it. I want to hold on to this because this is actually a decent price for Jade. Jade is not doing what I expected it to do, but obviously, like, we haven't gotten to a point where people are getting emissions yet. So we'll wait to see what the price actually does. And people will want to buy Jade early on to jump into those gardens, right? It's like a game of chicken. And I did create my gardens about 40 minutes ago. So if you want, you can rewind the video and check out exactly how I did it, how I bridged, and everything I talked about. If you want, I'm going to make sure this video is posted on YouTube after the fact for everyone who wants this as a guide, like when they're first coming on to like just do what they got to do for Serendale 2.0 at the start. Yeah, awesome. But welcome. It's good to have you here. All right. So let's go back to our home. And honestly, depending on where the price of Clayton ends up, while Clayton is more expensive than Crystal, I'm just going to do all my business over on Crystal Vale, with the exception of renting out my heroes, which I will do on Serendale 2.0 to get those premiums. Let us go to the portal again. Hopefully they fix that issue with a Gen 0 reroll. Does anyone have any news here? No. I'll go to Twitter and see what at DeFi Kingdoms is saying. Is there any tweet about this? And it's official. No. Okay. Let's see what's going on with the live stream, if they're helping anyone.
A bun pad?
No.
Yeah.
No. But no. What if I stick my hand in it first?
I don't care. No.
It's the same as last time.
Are we having issues with quests? If you're having issues with quests, let me know so I can walk to them. It could be open.
It's an automatic hand massage there.
I'm gonna bail out, guys. Can't wait for people to discover all the weird things that snuck in.
Well, I might as well ask if the Gen 0 reroll error is being looked into.
Oh,
Did
did you put a picture in the Slack pets channel?
I did it in the random channel.
Yeah. Also, but that's fine. But hang on, time out real quick before you go. We didn't talk about the dog.
What dog?
What do you mean, what dog?
I know what
Oh
you're
my
talking
god.
about.
The dog.
The dog.
Where you decided to do some front end work.
Oh. See, this is. I only look forward. You're talking about the past, and I don't think about the past. But yeah, the final update that I did yesterday is you can pet the dog in the garden. So everybody go pet the dog and screenshot it. And
Yeah,
I don't know.
petting the dog sounds like a way better idea than doing the Gen Zero reroll or like, you know, getting your Gen Zero airdrop to you.
Nobody's petting the
Oh
dog.
my god.
I have a counter that shows how many people have pet the dog. The number is 0.
You know, I feel like you don't actually have that, but I kind of believe that you do, and it would be really.
I set it up. I have an Arduino with a bunch of mechanry, and it flashes up like big numbers on my wall.
See here, what's going on?
Whenever somebody pets the dog.
That would actually be pretty simple.
What do you get when you pet the dog?
Satisfaction. I don't know. Scientists say you live
Okay.
longer.
Let's keep trying this.
I'm not a scientist.
Real quick for anybody who hasn't been paying attention.
Anyway, I'll catch y'all later. Great job, guys.
Bye, sick of
Disconnect quietly. I'm disconnecting quietly right now.
I believe. So for anybody who has not been, who's not heard the disclaimers, so there is an error on claiming Lock Jade. We're working through that right now. There's also an error on the Gen Zero reroll that we're finishing up. And then the upgrades to our quests are not done yet. They're actually still running. We were hoping they would be finished. They're still going, so they aren't quite up for the quests yet either.
That's huge.
But all of those we are working on right now. Gen Zeros are openable. The Dex is open. The liquidity pools are open.
So I hope you guys heard that. The Gen Zero airdrop has happened. So for those of you who've won, best of luck. I hope you get something awesome. Gen Zero reroll is not working properly, so they're working on a fix. You're unable to claim your locked Jade token either, so they're working on a fix. And the quests aren't available either because they're still being upgraded. So I don't want to say disappointing because obviously, like, this is obviously like a great day. Like, you know, this is a lot. It's a huge launch. Obviously, it's never going to run perfectly. I'm going to stay on hopefully for a little bit to make sure it works. So if you want to stay on, feel free to. If not, you know, definitely come back and watch it later if you want to. Maybe I'll even do a shorter video where I'll clip some stuff out to make it more simple.
And summoning will open in 8 minutes.
Oh wow!
As far as Lock Jade goes, we're working through that. Questing is being handled. So stay patient. Everything is being worked on as we speak right now. And we will continue to keep you informed right here live from our AMA stage. For anybody who needs the RPC, you can do a couple of things. If you go to the docks, talk to the dock master and hit travel to Serendale, it will actually automatically configure in your MetaMask for you. The other options are in Discord, send !Clay, KLAY -RPC, and you'll get a DM from Matoya who will give you all of the RPC information. You can also do !Clay, KLAY.
Let's flip these over
pocket
here.
POKT
Gardeners.
to get the pocket RPC. So either one of those are options to get the RPCs.
Okay. I'm going to bridge some more heroes while we wait.
The missions don't start until 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, which is 22 hours and 42 minutes from now. So you still have plenty of time to get your stuff situated into the LPs and everything to be ready. S-Jewel is live. You can deposit whenever you're ready for S-Jewel. That's good to go. Let's see, what else am I missing?
Let's do this.
Moment.
Policies is not as helpful. Thank you, Coffee Attack. I really appreciate that. It's my first live stream. It is a little awkward though, like, you know, an hour and 40 minutes of talking the abyss. Appreciate that comment, because honestly, like, I don't want to compete with DeFi Kingdoms. I think they're doing a phenomenal job. I just don't think that what they're offering on the launch is what the community wants. The community wants to make sure that they can get like everything they need. So the questions, whether it's related to bridging, whether it's related to like your re-rolling of your heroes, I would love to see somebody like next time go up there and just say, hey, look, what we're going to do is make sure we show you every feature we have that's new on Serendale 2.0, or, you know, in this case, the next ROM, maybe it's on Phantom, and go, you know what? This is how you do every single thing. Then no one has any questions. And when there's errors, they'll talk about them. They'll say, hey, we're still waiting on this, or this is what's going on. But every time I log into like the official stream, all I see is Bolin and their guests just making a bunch of jokes, and hey, that's cool and everything. Like, you know, those are some really cool guys, but I don't think that's the time to do it. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, when you bridge the hero, it doesn't remove them on the thing. I'm gonna bridge my non-mythic so far and my Gen 0, just to get some gardeners ready. Yeah, it's so weird. Like, you see it's pending over here. Once the pending goes away, normally it would remove this, but what ends up happening is it just sticks there. It's like, well, I can't send it anymore because I don't own it. It's not on this blockchain, right? So hero bridge successful, still here. Click off it and select the next one. So I'll hit another level 8 bridge. Honestly, this feels somewhat like a pre-release. I don't know if any of you have gone to a Magic the Gathering pre-release, but you sit there and you open all the new cards. You're trying to figure out what's good and everything. It's like a lot at once. That's what this feels like. I don't want to say it's overwhelming, but there's a lot to learn. There's a lot about the nuances. And then every day you're going to sit there and quest. You're going to get your gardens. You're going to go buy, rent heroes, sell them, you know, summon with them, build potions, pets, hatch eggs. All of a sudden it becomes second nature, right? Like, you just got to do this for, like, you know, it becomes muscle memory. So the first time is always the most difficult. And I hope that this video and, like, you know, the videos that I make help you when you're trying to do all these things, because it is very complicated. Like, this is not the easiest game. This is not like Super Mario Brothers where you just, you know, go, you just hit the right button and hope to avoid whatever enemies are in the way, right? Let's go over here and let's bridge another level 8 over here. I've already done that one. What level? 18, 14. Maybe I'll send these later. Okay. So let's refresh this page again. Maybe there's some news on the Gen 0 reroll. And yeah, if people like these kind of streams, maybe I'll do these instead of those like short form content that I make. And the reason I say that is, like, I can make these videos way faster and just go through it and chat with you guys. So any pertinent questions you have, I can just answer them. And I can do that somewhat regularly. Whereas when I produce a video, like the video I put up this morning, it took me about 2 hours to script, 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours to edit, another hour and a half, 2 hours for all like the graphics and everything like that. It's a lot of work and production. This one I just literally turned on StreamYard, which is a great service, and I'm just talking. That's all I'm doing. So nifty, like, my AVAX showed up very, very fast. Like honestly, I'd say when I bridged it, it came probably in like 2 minutes. Did you bridge directly from DFK chain or from the AVAX mainnet? How's the hero bridge? Honestly, I haven't had a single hero appear yet in Serendale 2.0, but I know that a few people did. So if I scroll up, where was it? Aaron said this at 5:53. First hero made it over the bridge. So then he sent some more. Long streams will help a lot of people out to learn the new meta. I really hope so. I am, I don't want to do like I don't want to do what Crypto Grady does and have like 3-hour streams, because sometimes it's hard to watch all of it. But I think if I can do like a 1 hour, like, I don't know if it's Ask Me Anything, but a 1 hour like tutorial coaching, whatever, free, come on here, do that. And then maybe every so often I can do giveaways live as well to incentivize people to show up. That's a possible thing. Eduardo, when did you send your heroes? No, 100%, especially at the beginning of Serendale 2.0, before it becomes muscle memory. That's when people need help. Tokens are bridging all good. Heroes are taking a long time. I know. And they're charging us a lot too. 0.3 joule per hero. That adds up. Crypto Grady has like what? 1,500 heroes. That's like 450 joule. That's insane. Heroes are coming slow and steady. Bob, how many heroes have you bridged so far? 40 minutes ago. Wow. Yeah, I think that's when I sent my first 2. I'm going to go check and see if any of them are there yet. Let's see. Clayton Network. No, none of my heroes are there yet. I think I sent 6 so far. So Gen Zero pricing is hard to peg down because you have like the floor Gen Zeros, which are like, I wouldn't say the least valuable, because I think they're all very good in certain ways. They all summon. They're all money printers. Some are just better money printers than other. I use DFK Quester actually to figure out what is a good floor price for Gen Zeros. So if I go Gen Zero, hit 0 and 0 here. Sorry, just one more time. So click this, go down here. These are all the Gen Zeros on the market. I hit the price in USD, and the cheapest right now is 2609.50. So that's actually not bad. It's 17,000 crystal, and what happens is because the price of crystal has been going down, the price in crystal has gone up to reflect that. The minting price of Gen Zeros in August of last year was, I think, $2,000 each. So even then, it still really kept their value. Now, obviously, this is for a legendary wizard, right? And it's not professional line, it's fishing. So it's luck and agility that's required. It does have a luck boost, right? But you can see here, it's not aligned to what it wants to do. Mythics and legendaries are obviously worth more because they have a better shot at creating those kind of heroes. And the new Gen Zeros, honestly, it's hard to tell. I'd say they'd probably average around the same as like a regular floor hero. Some people will dump them and they'll just sell them much cheaper just so they can get it out of the way. And that way, sell it, get some liquidity. Some people will try to overcharge for them. It's hard to tell. I think you're better off selling the Gen Zero earlier on than for the new ones when people really want them. And then you can buy them back like 2 months later at a discounted rate. So that's probably what I would do. 30. So you bridged 30. Wow. And only 5 came so far. So bridging started at what, like 5 o'clock? I think so, right? So about an hour and a bit. A Legionnaire Scholar subclass. What kind of hero did you get? Did you get like a rare, legendary, or mythic? Let's see a picture of it. That'd be awesome. 0.3 joule. Oh, I thought it just took 0.3. I didn't realize it was approving for 0.3 and not using all of that. Okay, that's pretty good. How much am I going to rent my Gen Zeros for? I always try to be competitive. So there's kind of like a sweet spot, right? When you rent your Gen Zeros out, it's different than summoning. Because if you rent, like, let's say you list your Gen Zero for a exorbitant price, and someone doesn't rent it out for like 12 hours, 2 days, whatever. You wasted those days. Those days could have been used against your cooldown. So I always try to price competitively versus whatever the floor is for that hero type. Sometimes like I'll see a legendary, like even a rare like archer price like, somewhat medium. I would maybe price my legendary underneath it if I just wanted to get the summon right away, and if I thought it was a really good deal. It's hard to really tell though. We'll have to wait and see what everyone else is renting theirs out to, like out for, because that's what'll control the market price. Got just under 0.4 USTD per jade for my airdrop. Sweet. How do you have a big airdrop, Bob? I think you were one of the bigger accounts, right? So wouldn't be surprised if you got a big bag from that. The recesses of the new Gen Zeros. You might be able to go to the Gen Zero reroll and actually put it in there. I don't know if the heroes or adventures in DFK has built their system to do that yet. Like 0.3. Oh, 0.3 Clayton. Okay. Wait, what? 0.3 Clayton per jade? 2,500 liquid jade. Wow, and I'm saying my airdrop was 0.5. That tells you how much lock jewel I had. I had like nothing. Okay. Is that how they've programmed it so far? So it's like, so Crystal Veil was 1 plus 7 zeros, but I did not know that. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, I kind of expected them to do something like that. It was weird because it's Serendale 2.0, but okay, that's awesome. No one here yet. Portal. Yes. So Bryce, that's the issue that I was just about to check and you just said it again. They've had an issue with the Gen Zero reroll programming. Bolin mentioned it like when I tuned in right now just to check up to see what they were doing. There's a bunch of errors in their launch, so they're trying to get it fixed right away. Figures that like it's one of the things I was super excited about, right? So that's why it's not here. Reroll here. No. Yeah. Still that issue. Bummer. Big bummer. All right. At least let's see if the pets thing has changed. No. So one of the things I always do, right, is I'll go here and look for pets. I'll go to Mythic, for sale, hit apply, and what the hell? Go to price and go to pet catalog. And I'm looking for 3 stars, right? So this is the cheapest one at 1,400 crystal. Yeah, and yeah, Bob, they mentioned that too. Like Bolin said that the lock jade, there's an error. There's also not an error, but the quests have not been upgraded yet, so they're not able to be used on Serendale 2.0. And yeah, it definitely does not matter yet because even if the lock claim did work, you wouldn't be able to mine. From what they said, the quests have not been upgraded yet. So there's a lot of things that are tentative, I'd say. But yeah, going back to pets, these are the pets that I want to stack. The ones with 3 stars on each that are mythic, because those are the ones that will really be good. So God block, the hard browser reset is Control-Shift-R, right? So I'll just type in the chat, Control-Shift-R. And you know what? I think you might be the only one who doesn't have the S dual tab. Or sorry, that only has the S dual tab. Sucks. This is taking way longer than I thought it would. I'm going to just reload the official stream and see if they did anything.
But there's however many, not 7 legionnaires, 2 scholars.
I don't have that much money. I can't afford it.
Oh, the new advance is a bard?
Oh, look at that dude, though.
You just want the flippy hair.
Hold on a second. I want to check this out.
All right, so there's a hero that is up for sale right now, Legionnaire Monk, and it's super fancy looking, and it has flippy hair, which is what
Why doesn't it say what the new one is?
in high school? Because I was
Legionnaire, Scholar, Paladin, Dark Knight
That's
thing,
literally was my hairstyle.
buy
And of course,
heroes.
I carried around the shield. So it
Oh.
complete the look.
I need to go to Clayton.
It can actually 100% see you walking around in high school.
No. Well, I need one of these. I need y'all to
A lot of people have bridged over some heroes. It's crazy.
lower your standards for me, so I can buy more. I mean, honestly, I don't think that I have enough for
Rare Legionnaire, Gen 1, level 1, Gen 0,
Sucking somebody else in
Minor.
for a little bit. I mean,
Berserker,
Yeah,
Scholar,
gently persuaded them.
yes.
Berserker, Scholar,
Was
Legionnaire.
it the guilt trip?
So we got 100,000 crystal for a Legionnaire.
No, I just keep poking them.
Oh, okay. And
What the hell is this?
is it somebody important? Will our meeting be
Do you see
able to
this?
start?
For sure.
So when you look over here, there's a new, here's the ability they were talking about. This hero overexerted themselves and needs additional time to rest until regaining stamina. So this is where your hero can go to -5 stamina, and now you'll see like you know that like logo or like thing you see next to a barber shop with that little twirl? It's instead of vertical, it's horizontal. That's what that is. That's cool. I want to see what the new like summoner paladin thing, they didn't put it up yet. I would love to see what the class is. I think I heard it was called Bard as the advanced class, but I don't know if someone was trolling the chat or what. So we'll have to see. Yeah, mental. I know, sucks. Did that fix it for you? Oh wow, 0.45 USDT per jade. That's pretty insane. That's actually a very good deal. Tried to buy back at 0.2 but failed. Yeah, this is way too much. I mean, it's very low liquidity right now, but I was able to buy jade though, just 1K at a time. Bryce, how much did it cost you? Nope. Hopefully, you give it one more try before you do that. Wouldn't want you to leave the stream. Let's see. 48 heroes on the market so far. What's the cheapest Gen 0? 15,000 Jade token. 1-to-1 for what? Did you trade Jewel or did you trade Clay token? What exactly did you trade for? Oh, Jewel. Okay. That's not bad. Like, that's actually reasonable, right? It's hard to tell what price this stuff is at because there's not USDT liquidity yet, so everything is priced in Clay. Yeah, agreed. I'm not sure either. So at this point, like I personally wouldn't buy anything yet. Sadly bought Jade 600 Jade for 1100 Jewel, but thinking it'll pump for summon now and Garden's going live tomorrow. People are gonna need Jade because it'll have the highest 800. So I agree that there is a need for Jade in the short term. The challenge is, are you the person who's like for the gold rush, right? You could be the person trying to find the gold, or you could sell the shovels. I'm always on the side of selling the shovels because I think it's way more profitable. So when the renting's happening, I'll be renting on my Gen Zeros for Jade and selling it on the market. I do hope that Jade goes up so that I can sell that Jade into liquidity. I'm trying to sell some bridge. Yeah, so like I had to use my bridged AVAX to directly go in the garden, right? This is a problem. Like until there's enough liquidity, there's nothing you can do. And I wonder if the liquidity matters right now, like because I put in like I think it was 25 AVAX to like I don't know 1,000 something Joule. Well, shouldn't that not help with liquidity, or is it not turned on yet because the emissions are off? I don't know how that works. Fresh. So we got somebody bought a Gen Zero or they unlisted it. This person summoned with it? Oh, Berserker, that's why. Okay, I was like, what? I see. Yeah, the only gardens I'm touching are Joule Avax and Joule Clay. That's it. I have no interest in being in the Jade Gardens at all. And these heroes really are lost. I don't know what's going on. Oh, you know what? Maybe this will pop up eventually and tell us what the Jade price is, like properly, like when it's tracked. Jade in circulation, 22 mil. Total supply, 147 mil. Okay. I'm going to go back here and try the Gen Zero reroll. I'm just glutting for punishment, apparently. No. It's not working. Okay. So you know what? I'm probably going to cut the stream right here because I need to go work out. I need to have dinner. I have a lot of stuff to do. I'm flying to Calgary in about a day and a bit. Thank you guys for joining. When I do the Gen Zero reroll, I'll probably like take a video of it so I can show it on the shorter form content. You know, I really hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. You know, we've been here for we're like 2 minutes away from 2 hours. Thank you. You know, if you guys like it, like the video, comment that you want to see more of it, and I will do it. Until then, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you enjoy Serendale 2.0. I hope these guys get the errors fixed so that we can do what we need to do. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.